Another World Event and another Luckily Irish Series episode. Today, we've got an important job to do in these three games, and that's qualify for the next round. We've got Bermuda, Hong Kong, and the West Indies in our group. You'll be intrigued how we went against the West Indies. We had a good tour in the end. We managed to lose that second test. We got outplayed a wee bit, so we didn't gain a point for the first time ever in the West Indies. They played quite well. Cope, 5 for 72, a future star on the rise. He looks like a very good quality all-rounder. He's not in the T20 squad, but he's just about there, I dare say. We're gone with a bit of experience. But Paul, 91, it's Sokdio, 42. We've got Burnett, 49, and Ford, 51 in that order. And just regular partnerships, and everyone contributing a reasonable score. Got through to 251 with Burton top scoring with 49, Hill 44. Just too many starts and no one really kicking on. They were quite disciplined. Seals 3 for 62, Pittman 3 for 63, and Sokdio 2 for 48. They got through to 344, 4 for 114 for Cope. 9 wickets for the game. So great performance from him. 1 for Walker and Humphreys, and 3 for Mooney, and 1 for Manley at the top. So Cope, he's got a wee bit of work to do with his batting for him to get called in probably into the 1 day and 20 over teams. He's just got to improve those averages. He looks like a test specialist at this stage. In response, 267. We had a go. We had a go anyway because we felt as though we had to try and chase it down within the time frame, try and get the win. So siding 59 or 56 for Walker, 9 fours and 2 sixes, 10 fours and a 6 to Burton, siding 45 from Hill and Stoddard. Just one of those guys had to kick on to 100. But yeah, the bowling figures took a bit of a whack. Seals 2 for 115 off 11 overs, 3 for 78 for Murphy. The spinner 2 for 13 off 7.2 is kind of respectful amongst the carnage, and 3 for 61 for Pittman. But yeah, the 20 over stuff went phenomenally well. We won the series 2-1, so a valuable point gain. We move up a ranking. We restricted them to 167 for 4 on what was a really good pitch. We got them 3 for 9. Manley was really good up front. But Marley and Dina Ryan fought back. Marley on debut, 93 off 52, 4 fours, 5 sixes, 53 off 51, and good support act, Dina Ryan. 3 for 37 for Manley, 1 for 21 for Mooney were quite economical. Short and Walker weren't too bad either. And the run chase was a thrilling chase. We're 63 for 5, and Lynch and Walker unbeaten. Lynch had a great series, getting a 50 here, 34 or 37, 4 fours, 3 sixes. Walker 48 of 29, 5 fours and 2 sixes, providing valuable experience. And so got a win there, and then more importantly, we got another crucial win in the second game. Restricted into 161 for 9, a good disciplined bowling performance. 2 for 27 for Manley, 3 for Walker and Camphor. So good comeback for Curtis Camphor, and he delivered another Camphor special. He's come back in the team. He's in good form. Deserved a call up. 33 of 25 to go with his 3 for. Deserved man the match. 4 fours and a 6. Crucial innings at the top from Stoddard, Nolan, and Hill. They got us off to a quick start. It allowed us to sort of stay ahead the rate at all times, and we got a win against the West Indies in that game in the series. Third 20 over international. So us bowled out for 172, and this was a remarkable performance from Seals. His performance, I wonder if I can bring up the Manhattan here. I don't know if I can, but he got 2 hat-tricks. So you can see 1, 2, 3, hat-trick there, hat-trick there. That was all him. So he just ripped us apart at the start of the innings and ripped us apart at the end, and kind of restricted us to a pretty decent score. We're 52 for 5 1 point. It was a good fight back from Lynch, Oliver, Walker, and Camphor. So we were deciding to go with like all-rounder abilities to try and we're doing it in the tournament as well to see if we can sort of outbat the other opponent. Paul Wade out of 53, 8 fours, 4 sixes. Dina Ryan 42 of 29. So yeah, we're playing them first up. This is going to be a big game. We just need to be winning 2 games, getting through pretty much. So our team, pretty much Nolan, Stoddard, Hill's injured at the moment, so Burton's gone up to 3, Tector at 4, Walker at 5, Ben Oliver at 6, Camphor at 7, Lynch at 8, Ball at 9, Manley at 10, and Mooney at 11. So we've gone for an interesting team. Conditions are we want to probably bat. We are bowling, so we're going to have to bowl quite well. Got some good recent history against them. We're going to go with our tactic of just been trying to get line and lengths in that right, and try to put these guys under pressure. We want them to get under a certain score here. So that Paul's got them off to a good start, but he's lost his wicket to Manly, so that's the first wicket of the campaign. So a nice wee wicket there. Mooney's going to be interchanged out. We're going to go Curtis Camphor for an over. Curtis Camphor's over wasn't too bad. Manly's going to rotate out, and Wayne Ball will come in. It's been expensive first 6 overs. So 42 off 20 for Lee, 18 off 8 for Marley. Marley got that call up. Just probably off his performance in the series against us, and they have obviously had another series since then. But yeah, we're struggling a wee bit here, and we're going to have to try and snag some wickets, whereas we're going to be chasing something substantial. And Walker will draw the edge of Lee, and that's a much needed wicket for Ireland. Walker, good strike, key strike actually. 1 over for 9 though. He's still expensive. Ben Oliver in. So just getting through some all-round bowling here. So 79 for 2 after 7. Rounders just trying to get through their overs so we can use our main guys. It's another good wicket though. Marley's gone. He'll depart for 28 off 20. So credit, we have fought it back a little bit. So these two guys are going to have to play a certain role here and just try and restrict the West Indies. He's drawn the wicket of a line. He's gone for naught. It's a good wee spell here. 2 for 25 for Walker. 1 for 16 for Oliver. Mooney's going to be brought back into the attack as well. Only bowled the 1 over in his spell. We're going to bring Mooney back for 1. Going to try and rattle through a few of them here if we can. Might use both of them up there. We'll bowl Oliver. He hasn't bowled too badly. So 125 for 4 after 15. So it's been a good consolidation period for the West Indies. So we look to try and clamp them up a little bit. So 4 overs done for 32 for Mooney. 1 for 22 for Oliver. Wasn't a bad spell. Walker will bowl an over here. We've got to keep them under about 180. That'll be our goal. Walker strikes again. The wicket of Khan. It's a good strike. The Irish just trying to keep the lengths pretty much the same. And Walker 3 for 34 off his spell. We'll bowl Wayne Ball. I think Wayne Ball, even though he's expensive, he might be a little bit than Camphor in this situation. Just a wee bit more pace. Trouble the batsman. That's a good catch on the boundary. Out for 46 or 34. A good contribution. This is a good call to bring Ball in. He's just bowled a decent-ish over so far. That's keeping the West Indies in check. And it wasn't a bad... It was a great over. In fact, only the 4 off it. So we want another good over here. Ideally, we want to keep them under 170. And we haven't. 173 for 7. A good finish from Cameron. 6-4-4. It's ended up being a competitive score for the West Indies. Hong Kong and Bermuda, that's our group as well. Hong Kong 219 for 6. Bermuda will not be happy with that. We're going to have to deal with Seals pretty well. We struggle against him. We're 6 without loss into the second over here. We need to make a good account for ourselves. Every game, we need to be on song. Like, even if we drop the game to the West Indies here, we can't lose by much. That's a catch. Stoddard's out. And he'll bring the experience of Dean Burton in. Only averaging 21 in the format. Here's Ireland bat deep. I've gone with this as our strength and point of difference in this campaign. Here's the build partnerships and get a good strike rate in that going. 27 for 1 after 4, 9.1 required. 29 for 1. And that's a good connection on that for Dean Burton. That's gone all the way for 6. And the innings is kick-started back to back boundaries at the very least. Burton's getting into his groove here. That's another good shot. 50 up for Ireland, and that is in the 6th over. It's 28-12 for Burton. 14-14 for Nolan. Can we set the pace here? West Indies will be a big scalp if we can get them. Hit very well, middle from Nolan, and another maximum, 62 for 1. Finds the gap again. We've just got to do a good job against Seals, I think. Man, that got a double hat-trick. Phenomenal stuff. That other game that we played. It's a nice start from Ireland. Need someone to get around that 75 mark if we are to chase this down. So the run rate is fine at the moment. And Burton has edged it. He is gone. His quickfire innings will come to an end. He will depart for 30 out of 21. Brings Tector in, who's in a wee bit of sorts of bad form at the moment. We want him to get out of that funk a wee bit. And contribute a score here. 77-2. This game is in a very interesting position. It's a good shot again. 4 runs for Nolan. It's been the anchor so far of this innings. Plays and misses that. That one 34 of 21 for him. 3 off 2 for Tector. And we're 85 for 2 after 9. So 85 required off the last 10. 8 wickets in hand. Gets a bit of an edge there. He's just got to hang in there to score just over run a ball. Keep the team in the game. All that is out. Nolan is departing. He'll go for 37 off 25. Brings Graham Walker in. It's been a good tight over for the West Indies. 3 off it, and the run rate's back to 9.1 again. Just got to try and fight our way through this. And we lost another wicket. Just losing our way a little bit here. Ben Oliver in now. Tector finally gets a bit of rhythm. He gets the key boundary there as the run rate's creeping towards 10 and over. Just got to find a way of just getting through a bad patch. That's a good shot from Ben Oliver. It's a destructive hit of Ben Oliver. He just hasn't quite done it at international level. He is a very good striker of the cricket ball, and he's hit back-to-back sixes here. This is an over that we could target. And we have targeted him. Done it beautifully. 119 for 4 in the 13th. 55 at 7.8. That was a good over. That's a crucial over. Has that gone all the way? I think it has. I think it's over the rope. Yeah, it is. He's dived into the crowd. And Oliver playing a crucial knock. 27 off 9. 14 off 14 for Tector. He's at least hung in there and he's broken the strike. Just need a couple of big nasty overs. 34 off 24. Tector really needs to get his A and a G here. He's just a bit too slow there and he's been dismissed. Oh, it's a no ball. Unbelievably a no ball. That could really hurt the West Indies as Ireland are really trying to hit it home late. That's a good over for Ireland. A couple of no balls. And a humongous over. Gets it to 19 off 18. 41 off 19 for Oliver. 25 off 24 for Tector. Ben Oliver will depart. So this game is going to the wire, I would say. 43 off 21. Curtis Camphor. Tector and Camphor still playing for the Irish after all this time. That's a dud shot. And Tector is gone. Lynch is in, who had a good campaign against the West Indies when we toured. Need a good over here. He's got that away for 4. That's a good stroke. Gone now. He's got us ahead of the run rate though. 10 off 10. Wayne Ball. Come on, Wayne. You got to get a boundary here. Oh, he's gone, and it's just going to that last over. We really need Camphor to get a big over here. Trusting Manly. Manly hits a big maximum. That is a crucial maximum. And we'll scamper through for a win against the West Indies. One of our tougher opponents in the group. Probably our hardest one. We've managed to sneak it. Good win. Decent enough contributions from Nolan, Burton, Tector, and Oliver in the end. And we scramble a 2-wicket win. Hong Kong have beaten Bermuda quite convincingly. So we just need to win probably this game. Hong Kong are not going to be easy. So the Hong Kong are our opponents for this game. We're going to respect them pretty majorly here. I think we keep the same team. And conditions are very good here. These teams can topple us. They are dangerous as anything. We have won the toss. We will elect to bat first and try and get a score on the board. So we just need to take these guys respectfully and play to our potential here. We just need to keep this momentum going. We don't want a 3-way tie. His net run rate could be our enemy big time. It's a good shot. Down the ground, that's 4. 13 without loss. But yeah, great victory against the West Indies. So we had a good tour against them, won that 20 over series and knocked them over at the World Cup. I'm really happy for the guys here at the moment. So hopefully we can sort of make that top the next poll. So we get a bit more exposure for the guys. I really would love to do good at this World Cup. It's a good shot from Stoddard. 3 back-to-back boundaries. And Nolan will get that away for 4-2. Top well, normally a top 3 has domestic experience in England. So that's what I'm sort of banking on. Like that experience will add up. 40 without loss. And it's a tight little single, but we'll get there. Ireland started really good. 43 without loss after 3. 24 for 11 for Nolan. 18 or 7 for Stoddard. It's a sweep and a miss. 50 without loss. Ireland have started decently anyway. It's a chance for these two openers to really sort of strike it round and get some form going into the next round if we get there. It's a good shot. Clean as a whistle. That's over the fence for 6. 60 without loss after 5. 31 to 14 for Stoddard. 28 to 16 for Nolan. Nolan will get another boundary. He's just chipping it away round quite nicely. It's in some good form. Yeah, winning against the West Indies is huge. Absolutely huge. If we can get a good score here, put the Hong Kong team under pressure, I'll be wrapped. Stoddard will be the first man to fall in the innings, so a good wee innings from him. 36 of 20, 5 fours and a 6. Dean Burton in now. Don't want the momentum to stifle. So keep going here. Oh, he's just beat the diving fielder. That was a great effort from the Hong Kong fielder there. He's hit that very well. It's a big maximum, and Nolan's pulled up 50. 53 off 29 deliveries, 8 fours and a 6. Very much in control at the moment. So the spin's coming in to try and contain Ireland. And the 100's up. Very good display of batting at the moment. Beautifully timed that again. It's just all about timing for Nolan at the moment. He's just going to play his role. It's another one into the pads, and that's another boundary. That's 4. 3 fours in the over. 65 of 36 and 18 off 10. So run rate is looking reasonably good. We want at least 180 plus, if not getting 200. Incredibly good work here. Oh, he got the snick on that. He's missed it. That's hit very well. And it's another good over. Hong Kong cannot contain here. As we just playing positive cricket, but not hitting it sort of out of the ground. We're sort of timing it into gaps, sort of making sure we take our opportunities and getting the singles as well. That's beautifully struck from Nolan. That's gone all the way. Mammoth 6. 79 to 43. 28 to 15 for Burton. Has he gone now, Nolan? I think he has. He's fortunately departed. He's gone for 79 off 44 deliveries, 11 fours, 2 sixes. Brings Tector in. Burton got that over him. He has, and that's another boundary. It's a good shot. Rocks off the back foot. Makes that look easy. And just another good over, just 10 off it. This is clinical from Ireland's batting perspective. Like, taking the extra players for the batting could pay dividends if we can bowl reasonably well with the ball in the campaign. Tector finds the gap. This hasn't been the greatest of form Tector in this competition. He struggled against the West Indies. Although he did a role where he just worked it round and the other players that they were in managed to strike it pretty well. Just needing to find some form. 73 for 2. As Burton strikes that down the ground. A beautiful stroke from Burton. He's moved to 49. That's 50. 50 in style for Dean Burton. And this is looking like a monumental chase for Hong Kong to try and overcome. Although they did score 219 against Bermuda. So they've got a few batsmen that may be in a bit of form. So we have to be quite wary still. 193 for 2 after 17. Keep going. Keep being destructive here. It's a good shot from Tector. 200 nearly up for Ireland. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Just a flick with the cut, and it's gone all the way for 6. Hit that pretty well. 212 for 2. Let's hit that. It's very well as well. 219 for 2. This is a great innings from Ireland. Tector's out for 24 of 15. A handy 24 of 15 though. So Walker, can he get a few off the bats? He's got an edge. He'll get the strike to Burton for the last delivery of the innings. And Burton will hit that well enough. He's pierced the gap, and that brings an end to a great innings from Burton. All-time record score for Ireland. All-time highest total at the ground darker. But yeah, 84 of 40 is his highest score. He's not a bad T20 player for us anyway. But yeah, just his experience, 29 years of age at his peak. Stoddard and Nolan did a great job as well. So we've got half the job done. Oh, the West Indies 132 are out. Go Bermuda. So we'll be watching that game for that result. He's got to bowl reasonably disciplined here. Manley has been in good form of late. He's drawn the edge of Rickman, and that's the first wicket. Come on, Bermuda. I'll be thinking about that for a while. 11 off 3. Miller, it started off pretty strongly. Manley will strike, though. Swap out Mooney, bring Curtis Camphor in. Ben Oliver will come in as well, just to bowl some tidy mediums. Clean bowled. 45 for 3. It's quite at a reasonable rate here, Hong Kong. It's just 3 wickets is sort of going to sting a little bit. Now taking on our bowling. And Oliver will get that in the right spot again. It's a good shot of him getting bowled there, Brian. 2 overs done for 13. We'll bring Wayne Ball in. To either make that last game interesting for Bermuda, they'll have to knock us over to probably qualify. $88 for 4. Oh, that's a dicey 2. Taking on the arm at your peril. It's a direct hit. They need to update that animation. Like, that's not going to happen all too often. Beautiful wickets. This is good from the all-rounders. This is getting into good form. We should be in a position to qualify really now for the next round. Wayne Ball, none for 22 of his spell. Mooney will be back. Try and get a couple of overs in for him as well before they get bowled out. It's been a respectful effort for Hong Kong. They know that they just need to not get their run rate dinted all too much. It's a good delivery from Ireland. Mooney, he'll strike, and he will strike again, and that's another good win for Ireland. 2 for 2 in the campaign so far. We've had some disasters at these World Cups over the time we've played this save, but a good performance. Clinical, Burton man of the match. West Indies thrashed Bermuda, pulled them out for 60. That man, Jaden Seals, man, he is in phenomenal form. Another fifer. The West Indies will be pretty much confident that they'll qualify now. Like, we could see a 3-way tie still. We've got to be careful. We should make it through, though. Just got to respect Bermuda. Oh, Kenya tipped over Zimbabwe. That other group must be quite interesting. Australia qualify. I can't believe Australia in the qualifiers. Zimbabwe sneaked through, so Namibia and Kenya pretty unlucky. But yeah, let's see how we do against Bermuda. Again, same team. Got to get these guys in form. We will win the toss. We'll bat again. We'll just sort of make sure we get a score on the board and put Bermuda under pressure. But yeah, based on that... Oh, Thomas has struck. Nolan gone. He's not going to make a big score in this innings. Dean Burton in early. But yeah, we just need to play a reasonable game here and not get absolutely thrashed. Bermuda can't make it. They can be party poopers though by winning very quickly. And net run rate's too good to probably drop down into third place if anything did happen. Burton's gone as well. Okay, so we've lost 2 wickets. So someone else has to step up today. Let's see if that can be the case. Stoddard will get that away for 4. 30 off 19. He said the bulk of the scoring. And a chance for Tector. Had a handy knock last game. Just 42 for 2 after 6. So Bermuda bowled quite well in this opening patch. That guy come gliding in the screen so quickly there. It was quite funny actually. 34 off 24 for Stoddard. 13 off 10 for Tector. Just need a good wee test. Like we probably wouldn't normally bowl first on this surface, but yeah, just going to get challenged in a different way. Rocked off the back foot. That's a good stroke. Gets a lucky inside edge away there, Tector. We'll continue on. Has he got enough on that? I don't think he has. He is going to be caught. He will be out for 18 off 14. Brings Graham Walker to the crease. 71 for 3. Walker hits that pretty well. That's a shot of a man that is sort of hidden his stride in his Ireland career. It's good to see some of these other batsmen get a bit of a go and get some time out in the middle. That's 50 for Stoddard, so he's stepped up today. He's delivered a 50. 90 for 3 after 11. Just not easy for Ireland so far. That is O'Toole getting the maximum treatment there. 1 for 3. See if we can guide ourselves to a score here. It's a good shot. Stoddard's a world-class player for us, really. Like he's probably one of our better finds over this save so far. 71 off 41. It's completely trying to get that 100. I'd love to see someone get 100 for Ireland in T20 level. It's only 3 off it. Graham Walker 22 off 21. Struggling a bit. Like Bermuda, to their credit, are getting it in the right places. That bowl the West Indies out for 132 at the end of the day. We'll probably score a little bit more than 132. And Stoddard will be out. So O'Toole getting it in a good area. Stoddard will depart for a Val compiled 75 of 48. 8 fours, 3 sixes. Brings Ben Oliver to the crease. That's worked nicely. 130 for 4. 4 overs left. Over is gone. 138 for 5. Curtis Camphor now looking to finish the innings off. Curtis Camphor. Find the gap. Score that I think I'm relatively happy with, like considering that just got to make sure we don't get out and out thrashed. Last over of the innings. It's only going to be 160 for Burn to get. If they can get off to a bit of a flyer, you just never know. They have restricted us there pretty well. 44 of 36 for Walker in the end. That was a good wee knock from him. West Indies, Hong Kong. The Hong Kong are bundled out for 64, so that is West Indies definitely going through there. And we should be qualifying in first, hopefully. Bermuda got nothing to lose, so they can play quite aggressively. Look for some runs. We just need some bowlers getting in some form. 46 for 2 after 4. Make sure we can peg this back just a little bit. 68 for 1 after 6. 93 at 6.6 for Bermuda. It's a good wee wicket there for ball. Really needed that as Bermuda were just running away with this a wee bit. Bring Graham Walker in. He's had a pretty good campaign so far, so the field can go out now. This is where we could probably hopefully take some wickets through the middle. Sort of get some get them under pressure really. So wasn't very good at the start. We did leak a few. But yeah, the wickets are tumbling a wee bit now. The depth of their batting won't be as strong. So Rawlins, Delray Rawlins has played quite a bit of cricket all around the world. He's quite a good cricketer actually, Rawlins. 103 balls bowled exceptionally well today. He's stepped up when it's been required. Bermuda 103 for 5 now. 58 at 6.4. It is still really gettable. The score 49 at 6.1. Not they can sort of hold discipline here. This is just a bit more pressure on them now. Curtis Canfer will get the wicket of Stubbs. Stubbs gone for 3. And Canfer will pick up the wicket of Jacob too. So that is a couple of big blows here for Bermuda in the run chase. Mooney will be back into the attack. It's a good delivery. In the right area, Thomas will be departing for 16. Haven't had it all our own way today, which is good. Bermuda put up an excellent performance. Not over yet, of course. We need to get that final wicket. And we are going to get the wicket. Just a narrow one for the Irish there. Probably a worst performance of the lot, actually. But a good qualifying campaign has seen us go into a pretty tough group. Zimbabwe will be who we're targeting. Maybe Sri Lanka, possibly. That is a very enjoyable episode. You'll be back for the next episode, which will be the main group stage, starting against Pakistan. Smash the like button, share with a friend, and we'll see you next time.